Roll dice, be nice, and stay tuned. This is the Live to Die podcast. So who among us is snipped? No, I'm just kidding. Jesus. Let me restart.
It's at least Jason and me. Jared?
Yeah.
Oh, see?
Wow.
I appreciate
this
you.
Is this is actually fascinating.
That's
to be honest.
Get up on it, bro.
Yep.
I have to actually produce a child before that
I don't
happens.
necessarily think that you do.
You want one of mine?
We can definitely talk about this.
Now,
Yeah.
I agree with you,
Yeah.
but my wife doesn't.
Oh.
And so, you know.
You should
man.
involve her in the decision, though.
Yeah, that's a group decision.
Right.
Well, let's hold up a second. After we had Pippin, McCare called me and she's like, your vasectomy is on March 24th.
Damn.
Yeah, sometimes it's one of the kids that just is like, okay, we can't do this anymore.
Yeah, like, no, we can't. Like when we had
need to end
Paige,
this.
I understand that.
with the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
year, Paige didn't sleep. She was like up every hour and we were definitely like the world was ending. And then like, you know, she started getting going like about a year in, she started sleeping through the night. And we're like, oh, this is what it feels like to be alive. And this is a good opening topic. James is like, I should have never
He
trusted
looks
you guys.
so
I shouldn't
uncomfortable.
have trusted Trent.
And then all of a sudden, your DNA is like, you guys are fine. Do this again.
Yeah.
And then the second time, my wife is like, we were tricked.
Mhm.
No, I'm just joking. Paige, Pippin, if you guys
That
listen to
is
this podcast in the
quite-
archives. Yeah.
when-
That's quite literally Nietzsche's
Trap.
commentary.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, I
Reset
swear
the
to God.
clock.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. But like that, life tricks us into reproducing because we
100%.
don't want to, but it
Oh,
makes
man.
the act pleasurable, and so we do.
It won't fucking get
I
me.
I didn't
That's
even want to
fine.
leave the
Life won't trick
hospital
me.
after Lily was born without a vasectomy. I was like, can I get it now?
Yeah.
I'm ready. I
Yeah.
had a boy and a girl. I'm done.
Can you just slide my bed right next to
Exactly.
my wife?
We'll
Like
just
while she's
recover
pushing,
together.
every time she pushes, just do a little, just, yeah.
Just one snip.
Yeah,
Can we talk about the fact that it's an outpatient surgery?
it is. I cried on my way home in the car ride home.
Why do they do that?
Yeah, it was really,
You know?
yeah.
I mean, this is an area where I'm going to, somewhat relevant to our Patreon conversation. I'm going to say we're going to check what things are inpatient and outpatient as predominantly men in this conversation.
Yeah.
And until any of us have to like get
Childbirth.
or an IUD, which you don't get
True.
painkillers for.
True.
So like until we can talk about that, I think I'm going to say like let's just steer the conversation somewhere else. Unless Lauren, you really want to take advantage of this time to get really personal with the internet.
Well, no.
What
Yeah.
if I tell you that the pain medication they gave me didn't work?
Yeah.
I'm going to say
Oh.
I'm sorry. That sucks.
So
That is
the topic I
Yeah.
actually
Yeah,
wanted to
it's
go
such
with
a
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Was how long? No. What's your coffee order?
Oh,
Your
Oh, we haven't done this in a
ours.
while.
we've done characters coffee orders
Mhm.
and we've touched on ours.
Yeah. What's your personal one? Mine's just black coffee
Black.
because I'm a terrible human being.
Wow.
Is this because you get coffee before we play and this is why it's top of mind?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a shot in the dark, which is just
What is
coffee with an espresso
Yeah.
shot in it.
Okay.
incredible.
And it was so harsh.
Ooh.
I had to go and put milk and sugar in
I
my
did
coffee.
see you do that
What
today.
the
Oh.
I think the poor barista burnt the espresso.
Yeah.
Is what I think happened.
Oh.
And we didn't even
Uh,
go to Starbucks, where it's just always burnt.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Doesn't
That's burnt
Starbucks
to me.
use a machine to pull most of their
It
shots?
just
though?
They
always
do.
tastes burnt to me.
They over
Yeah.
roast their beans.
They do.
Yeah.
Intentionally, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does that
Is
because
that
it
what-
puts less caffeine in there and you got to go back for
I-
more?
Maybe they're just punishing everyone
Wow.
for drinking Starbucks.
But black coffee for me as well. And it's because of the Navy. Like I used to drive the boat a lot and you can't get up. So you send people to get you coffee. And I was tired of how inconsistent it was.
Amazing.
And so I was like,
Just
black.
bring it black.
Everybody
Mhm.
hated you.
Yeah, I don't I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
But I could definitely
like-
tell if there was spit in it better, if it was black.
Yeah.
Yeah, black. That's
I like
why I
it
drank
black
black coffee.
because it's like a personal thing that I don't think it should be pleasurable to drink coffee. If that makes sense.
That's the most Trent thing
Why?
I've ever heard
It's
you
like-
say.
yeah,
Like,
that's
I
true.
have to suffer
Yeah,
in the morning.
I need to suffer for what I'm gaining from this.
You don't.
Are you sure
Are you
you're
Catholic?
not Catholic? Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh man, is that how you feel like when you run? You run in the morning, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's like I go to the gym, like I'm a gym person, and I'm like just in there, just like and I go at lunch at work, and I'm like, you get done, you're like, fuck, I just did a half a day. I guess I better go beat myself up so I can handle the second half of the day. I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah.
Honey latte. Next.
That's right. You've talked before.
Yeah, it's the
honey
same as
latte.
Jonas. I'm basic.
Why the honey?
Okay, so unlike Jason,
know, it's good.
with black coffee
I'll drink a honey
and
latte all
Navy
the time.
and Navy coffee, I didn't drink coffee in the Navy because of the inconsistency and because of the 5-gallon tub of Hills Brothers that they would order. It was just gross.
I brought my own coffee.
Well, yeah.
Why was
In a
it
French press.
inconsistent? If that makes
Oh, so you
sense.
send somebody down there and you say, I want put cream and 2 seconds of sugar. But then the guy's like talking to his buddy. He's like, yeah, I'm getting coffee for Chief. And then he's
It's-
like, oh, fuck. And then he's like, he brings it up to you and it's like 9 seconds of sugar.
Mhm.
It's
And then you yell at
inconsistent
him.
because
And then
of
he's like
shitty people.
scared the next time. And then he's like 2 grains of sugar. And so it's just like
and then
every
the third
yeah,
time you've already yelled at him like
Yeah.
he feels bad as a
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. You've
And-
made him feel really
That's
terrible.
because you haven't had coffee.
That's because, yeah, it's not my fault that
It's-
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
exactly.
that he's an idiot.
It's
Yeah.
something not too far from that led my brother-in-law to getting the call sign snaps.
Yeah. And so after I got out, we went to this island brew in Hawaii, and they had a Hawaiian honey latte. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool name. And then it was over after that. I was like, okay, I get it now.
This is my
Go to
personality.
Seattle
Yep.
and go to one of those like
I am
freaking
doing that this summer.
So
Oh, sweet.
do
Go to
not
Dozone.
discount the coffee
What?
shops
Go to
in the
Dozone.
and the
Okay.
parking garages.
Yeah.
The best coffee I had there, I had a honey almond milk latte with some bee pollen from this
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
parking
delightful.
garage place in Seattle.
Or you'll see like a little
It's
hut
fucking
like in
amazing.
a corner parking
Yeah.
lot. That's just like, it's literally as big as this table. There's one person in there making coffee.
And that coffee
and it's got a
fucking
window
owns.
on both sides.
Yes,
Yep.
please.
And it's awesome.
Yep.
Seattle, you rule.
I'm
Don't
going to
change.
Seattle and then Victoria, British Columbia.
Oh, dope.
also rules.
Seattle is
Yeah.
one of my favorite places we visited.
Hell yeah.
You lived out there for a bit, right, Lauren?
Yeah, I lived in Seattle for
Mhm.
11 months.
Mhm.
Exactly.
I think you lived in Seattle when we went there, or you had just left.
Oh, I think it was right when
Because I
I
think you had
left.
just left because I messaged you and was like, "Are you still here?" And you were like, "No, I'm moving to Denver." And I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. Wait,
Nice.
so
Way better.
what's the place I need to go to?
So Dozone, it is
Okay.
like a dumpling house.
Oh,
and
fuck
That
yeah.
sounds incredible.
it's a chain, so there's a couple all around Seattle, but oh my God, the dumplings are so good.
Yes,
And
I'm
get
there.
there's like some kind of cucumber appetizer that's just like cucumber with some like spices and seasoning and things.
Yes.
Delicious.
Oh my God, it's so
I
good.
really like Seattle.
What's
Even
your
though it's
what's
touristy
your
shit.
coffee drink though?
Oh,
Or
my
your-
coffee. I'm a caramel latte. I love
Oh,
just like a
nice.
sweet.
Classic for a reason.
Mhm.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
My only problem is I love very, very hot drinks, and lattes are like not
Yeah,
very hot on purpose. They don't want to burn the milk, and I get it, but I'm like, no, burn me. I want.
yeah, black coffee.
Wow.
Is
I-
like
See,
like-
like Trent both.
No,
oh yeah,
I'm-
we're all figuring something out about
Yeah.
ourselves.
I'm the same way. I want it 1 degree less than it's going to scald and permanently damage
Yes.
my
Oh,
mouth.
see, I'm the
That's
exact
how hot
opposite
I want it.
though. I
Oh, no,
whenever
I'm-
I get hot coffee, I get mad because
Trent,
I'm gonna
how is this
sit
different?
and wait for it to be drinkable, which like pisses me off.
I never
know?
wait.
double
I-
suffering.
I don't know if you
Double-
noticed.
double suffering.
What
This
that I
morning-
don't
Get on
want?
board
I
with the
don't,
double
No,
suffering.
no, I can't do it. I
You
can't
Well,
do
if
it.
you
need
scold in your
have
mouth
to
and you can't
pay-
taste it,
You have to pay
then
the
maybe it's
penance
better.
for your black
don't-
bean water.
I don't. Yeah, I don't need the drink to deteriorate the skin in my mouth. You know.
Yeah.
No,
That's
no.
fair.
That's why you get
It's
it 1
doing
degree
Yeah,
that.
less.
1
It's
degree
doing that
less than
anyway.
that.
It'll still blister, but it won't permanently damage you.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah. See, Lauren, I
Yeah, yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
this. I'm really stoked about it.
I'm not
Yeah.
on board with the mouth
A blister
blisters.
on the top of your mouth is the fucking worst.
It's
Dude,
the worst.
How it
It's
heals
bad.
so fast, though.
yeah.
It's fine the next
Okay,
day.
I've never actually had blisters in my mouth.
You've
That
never
sounds
eaten
awful.
pizza ever in your life.
Oh,
You ever poured
I'm
Captain
sorry.
Crunch in too early?
Captain Crunch.
Pizza rolls. Captain Crunch will fuck your
It'll
roof
fuck
of your
up
mouth
your
up
mouth.
too.
And
Yeah.
don't think that I don't know what James is doing by letting us go long with this coffee bit so he can cut the vasectomy stuff out.
Yeah.
We should be bringing this to light.
We did.
More men should be doing this.
We did
They
talk
should.
about vasectomies at the top of this, so if it's cut out, James did that.
James, cut it out.
No, you're actually good. We're still at 9 minutes, including the vasectomy talk.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
Hey.
So
Oh,
we have time
man.
for Jared to talk about his coffee
I'm
order.
a fake coffee lover, but I like a chai latte.
Oh, chai's delicious.
I like a
Chai
chai
fox.
latte.
Do you like spicy or sweet chai?
Well, my wife literally only goes to Starbucks, so
Sweet.
I would probably like spicy more.
It's super good.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
have to try it.
Chai
I think
is
I
the
have
only
tried. I have tried
pumpkin
it.
spice I'll have.
Oh, I'm
They haven't
basic.
tried
I'm super
pumpkin
basic
spice,
when it
that's
comes
just
to
good.
pumpkin, though. Like I'll do the pumpkin latte,
Even
Hell yeah.
though
I gotta
like
have
with the
one.
cold foam.
Yeah.
I'm always a cold coffee guy though.
I will die on
Mm.
this hill though that you're not tasting pumpkin
Mhm.
Yes,
because
Trent, we know.
pumpkin has no flavor.
Yeah,
We know,
that's
Trent.
fair.
You're tasting
Nutmeg and
spices.
sugar.
I like that. I like those
James is
spices.
over there. It's like, it's okay. We understand.
Yeah. I will die on that hill.
Oh, man.
Well, I think it's not time for you to die on a hill. I think it's potentially time for you to die in a
Hey-o.
ravine.
Wait, what's your?
I don't drink coffee, so it's
Well,
a really
I know.
easy
Oh.
answer.
What's
Oh.
your adjacent?
Listeners,
drink?
cancel your Patreon.
Yeah, what do you drink?
It's
Patreon?
fine. Cancel your Patreon, not
Look.
your Patreon. If you do,
What's
I'll come
your
after you.
coffee adjacent drink, and
I-
how do you order it?
I get chamomile tea sometimes.
Oh,
Okay.
It's not coffee, Jason.
Chamomile.
That's also like
It's a hot
the
beverage.
lamest tea to drink.
Sometimes
Wow.
I'll get mint.
I mean, he's
Chamomile with
right,
lavender
but-
honey
Oh,
is my
man.
jam.
So look, here, I'll tell you what I do, because there's a coffee shop nearby that basically the whole group frequents before we record. When I
Yeah.
go to that coffee shop, I go in, I look to see if there are any of the bacon biscuits on the day-old plate.
Sure.
If there are day-old pastries, I get day-old pastries. If there are not day-old pastries, I walk half a block down the street to the little Mexican place, and I just tell them to give me all of their breakfast burritos.
Totally.
Yep.
And then I eat enough to where I don't fucking move, and I look like the boss from Dungeon Crawler Carlo.
Why
Oh,
don't
it's perfect.
you
I do have a
eat
commentary on those
fresh
biscuits.
pastries?
Because he's the kindest person in the world.
Is
Because
that
he
like
doesn't
a-
wanna
Because he's
waste-
trying
Suffering?
to punish
He's
himself.
trying to
Yeah.
suffer.
I was
That's
just
what
about
I'm
to
saying.
say.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so that I have an up top for the next show.
I have an answer. Okay,
Oh.
you saved that. God damn it. But here's the
God, you-
answer. It's because I'm a cheap bastard.
Okay.
And however much I
I'm
love
with you.
pastries.
No, I love it.
Look, a lot of you enjoy coffee shops. My wife loves an artisanal, fancy coffee shop.
Yeah.
And Trent, we were talking about this the other day. I want a shitty burrito. I want it so bad. But I
Okay.
feel less good about spending money on a shitty burrito when I casually accidentally drop $30 on like a smoothie and a quick treat at a coffee shop. So the day old plate is $2. And you
Yeah.
know what? I'm like, put it in me. Just go. I'll give you $2, just shove
Wow.
it in.
Wow.
The
I have an artisanal energy drink today.
I
It's
get
a mixed
irrationally angry.
From the paint store.
Yeah.
one of the owners of that coffee shop has told me that he's not sure why they do the $2 day old. He was like, we could just keep
They
them
could.
on
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, no one would know. Like they taste the same. It's great. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Because I used to work in coffee shops.
There's a university across the street, so $2 biscuits are going to go fly.
Absolutely.
They're gonna fly.
Yeah, that's why I try to go in there early. And I'm like, oh, you got 3 on there? No, I'll save them.
I
Fuck
am
these college
confused
kids.
though.
Tomorrow they'll be 2 day old, and I'm still gonna eat them.
Isn't it like not good to have meat at room temperature though,
Yeah.
even though it's cooked?
Yeah.
So I've kind of wondered, like, can they even have
I like
those
to live dangerously, Trent.
biscuits
I
out
like it.
there?
It's
like
bacon
that?
bits.
Bacon has been like cooked at least 3 times.
It's
Yeah,
also
but
cured and
It's cured
salted.
and then
like,
smoked, and then it's been baked into the biscuit. I think
Okay, that makes
I
sense.
think it's dead.
But
Okay.
you,
I think it's okay, but I'm not a
But that
food
might
scientist.
be why there's not 2-day biscuits.
Mm.
Yeah.
but you know what else might be dead?
Trent.
Let's do this.
All of you.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Is
Two
this why you
segues
didn't
in one
fix
episode.
Nikolai's Mini?
What's that?
Is this why you didn't fix Nikolai's Mini?
No, it's
'Cause
because
you're gonna
I
kill
only
him.
had the
Wow.
ones and I
Man.
didn't have the regular super glue.
My cheeks like hurt so good right now from all the smiling and laughing.
Yeah.
So where we last left our adventurers, you all had been you all in the middle of a big ass hunt.
Yeah.
You've claimed quite a few trophies at this point, I believe. You've got the wyvern, the hydra, the Kruth.
All the big ones, yeah.
But you're like, let's go check out what the fuck's going on
Arthur's
here.
got the sisters.
And we kill steal
That is quite the
2 of
trophy.
them.
Arthur's still, and so this is great. We do record on a delay.
Arthur's bagging
So
pelts.
where we're at, the episode in which it is clear which of the 2 sisters Arthur slept with has not yet aired.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
unless Trent has found
I
better
don't,
notes,
I don't think it ever became
was-
clear.
I was gonna listen and then come and tell you and be like, "Hey, Nikolai remembered for you."
That's true.
But it's
I
still
also
not out.
I don't listen to the episodes,
you
and
bastard.
so
It
I'm-
should be out tomorrow.
I'm never gonna
No,
find
that
out.
was last week.
Was it?
Yeah. Because I remember the joke about his mom that was super inappropriate that I
Yeah.
said and laughed really way too loud.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. It did finally air last week, but I know Trent doesn't listen. So
But I don't know what her name was, even though I re-listened to the episode.
I wrote it down.
Oh.
So I have it. But I'm still not going to tell Trent.
Damn it.
No, it's a good bit.
It's my favorite. I literally was telling your wife about this bit last night
Yeah.
and she lost it. It was
Does
great.
anyone have lore wingman?
I should. I need
As
to
a
trade one
bird.
of these.
Speaking of,
Oh yeah, let's go.
Nice.
that was amazing.
I
That
have
deserves
0
a
hero
patch.
points according to my hero, my path builder.
All right. So you were all further investigating this area because there's been something odd going on with the creatures, and you followed the river up, and you all remember what it was you saw sort of at the confluence of. Remember, we got to use all of our river words. But this is at sort of the headwaters of this river.
Yeah.
It's like a plant hydra.
Yeah. You know what? Should I give you the area description again?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Sure.
we'll jump into initiative and have some fun.
We get a little music?
You know what?
You know, it's up to you. I was just curious. I'm just used to hearing it.
I guess so. I think it was. I was like, oh, I'm about to hit the initiative drop.
Oh, okay, cool.
But no.
Hum to yourself. It's
But nothing that's copyrighted. Stop.
Oh.
Stop.
Oh,
That's all you can do.
That's what you got.
Bum, bum,
You know,
bum,
in honor of our book club,
da-da-da-da-da-da.
here's a background title, just a background song, just titled "Dungeon Crawler."
yes.
Ooh,
I'm
Ooh, I
so
can see the
in.
crawling.
yeah. Carl, what is this? I do not like this music, Carl.
Yeah.
Oh, Princess Donut.
All right.
Dude.
So you all have worked your way east up the river, and what you see now is a steep crevasse cut into the earth, and it's formed a narrow valley lined with rough stone. It's going west to east. The bottom of this ravine is 20 feet below the cliff tops that rise
Oh,
on either
shit.
side to the north and south. You are all down in the ravine right now.
Okay.
The eastern side is opened up to a steep decline that you've been slowly working your way up this afternoon. There's a cascading waterfall down at the western end that's the source of the creek running through the ravine. On the shores, there's all sorts of strange-looking dead plants that bear dozens of rotting, withered fruits the size of watermelons. But it's as you worked your way up that one of these larger groupings of what you thought were dead plants started to shift and move and come at you. And we did the big drop on the describe last time. Does anyone just want to hit a quick couple of bullet points of what this fucking thing in front of you is?
It is a Venus flytrap hydra.
That's
Pretty
exactly
much.
perfectly described.
Yeah.
Mhm.
a plant with too many mouths.
Yeah, way too many.
Yeah.
Although
Size-
this one in the top
Which is
looks
typically more than
dragony.
0.
Mm-hmm.
I think is the size huge, maybe.
It is size huge.
Huge, yeah.
I hate this.
Because you're
It's very
large. It's the next
it's
one,
very
yeah.
big.
It's fucking huge, bro.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I think that means that I can't
trip it.
trip it.
Because you
I
don't
think-
have Titan Wrestler.
Do you
Oh,
have
no,
Titan?
I do.
I think you
Then
can.
you
It's
should
a
get
different
yeah,
size.
two sizes.
Yeah,
I think it was
so
just
you
one.
can basically trip
You're
whatever
good.
you want.
There's a rule for that.
Yep.
All right. Well, you know what that means it's time for?
Let's do it.
Initiation.
Whoa.
Out of the tray.
All right. So now, because I am an occasionally professional game master, dungeon master,
Mm-hmm.
courtesy of DCC lately, a judge every once in
Wow.
a while.
You know what? I want to shout out you and the way you've been, real quick, just the way
Oh.
you've been running that game, dude. It's been awesome. I think we're, excuse me, when we played last time and you went through each person and was like, which one of your characters thinks they can do something in this
Yeah.
situation? And you were like, nope. That was so cool.
Oh,
I like
Because
it.
it was like,
I
all
like
right,
it
I
too.
have to come up with an idea, but
Mm.
only one of them worked. So it's been dope.
It's like freshly baked pastries playing games with you,
Mhm.
James.
whoa.
Oh,
This
not
is
not
day-old
that
biscuits.
day old bullshit.
It's
hot
like
out of the oven.
a
Yeah.
lukewarm coffee.
Wow.
Gross.
Oh,
You just called it James Warm Coffee.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect.
Can I get
All
a
right.
James?
What do people have for initiative? Around
30.
the table. Damn, 30's pretty good. Is it good
Very
enough?
good.
We'll see.
Who else has got something?
20?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
not,
I also
that's
have a
not as-
20.
Oh, you two can decide amongst yourselves where you go.
16 for
Do you want to go
Jonas.
before me?
Jesus, fuck.
Terrible.
I feel like you should probably go.
And Red, what about you?
I can go
Natural
first.
1
Oh,
Oh,
for a
it's not
12.
good.
critical initiative is
Oh,
in
man.
play.
Oh, you get one less action.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah,
That's
that's
correct.
not fun.
Oh.
Damn.
I do have 2 patches though, but I
So you
think
got
I'm going
that
to hold
going
on
for
to
you.
them.
Yeah, you go first. so you can like set up an attack plan here.
Yeah, I was gonna say just in case I roll crit on any of my like knowledge things,
Ooh,
it would help you.
true.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
I was editing some old episodes, and I hope the audience knows why I gave this. When you were fighting the hydrant, I was like, yeah, electricity probably turns off the regeneration. It's because you natural one, and I gave you wrong information.
Oh,
You
Great
son
to
of a
know.
bitch.
Well,
I was even like, do I not know Hydras?
I know. I was like, that's weird. Never heard that one before. But
So-
Nikolai hearing you translate common. It's like, I'm pretty sure he's saying
That's
common.
what he's speaking in common.
it's one of those things where like I always when someone natural ones, I try to give wrong information that isn't like they're not resistant to electricity. It would have still hurt them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I my goal with giving bad information is not to fuck you over,
Sure.
but just to like take you in a weird way.
yeah, I can. It totally makes sense.
So I was like, all right, electricity, they're not resistant to it, so it'll still damage it, but they are, however, it ended up not being a problem because fire turns off their
Yeah, we
regeneration
did
and
fuck
Arthur
that thing up.
has a giant flame.
Yeah,
That sword has done work for
It's
you.
done work
it really has.
for sure.
All right, so courtesy of those rolls, my giant fly trap gets to go first, and
Hate that.
God, I'm so excited. So here's what
rolled
we're
so
going
bad.
to do.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
There's two people up front. I don't think I have enough. Oh my God, I have
Arthur
so much
and
reach.
Red are up front. Jonas right behind Arthur.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got Laku a little ways back.
A little
about
ways
little
back, like
range.
10 feet back.
So here's what we're going to do.
Mhm.
We're going to go ahead and we're going to have the fly trap's going to move east 15 feet. So it's not even going to use its full movement because this thing has fuck tons of reach. It's going to come forward just a little bit with one action. And then I think it sees Red standing there. So Red, it's going to do...
Right? Am I right?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't have enough action economy to make that perfectly work. So I'm going to go with focused assault on Red.
Let's go.
No.
It is going to
Okay.
attack. You know what?
Yeah, there is Sherman.
It is going to attack a single target with all 4 of its leaves.
Oh,
It's gonna make-
leaves?
Yeah.
Really?
it
That's the
uses
word
its
they
leaves.
use?
Yeah, that's what it says in here.
Weird.
Somebody's about to get fucked up.
Me.
Yeah.
He won't be leafing.
Me.
Anytime
Oh,
soon.
man.
Boo.
That's when you put out your hand, Lauren, and ask
Yeah.
for a pat.
Yeah.
Yes!
So reluctant.
It worked.
I will say with the new mic setup, do me a favor and get 8 coming a little more on the
Okay,
mic.
gotcha.
Perfect. All right.
She
you
just
tell her
really
how to
got to
talk?
eat these things. It's
Yeah,
hard.
do.
Like
I
right
press
on
my
it.
face right
Classic
against
man.
I
Telling a
do
woman
too,
how
but
to talk.
somehow.
it. Yeah.
I'd love for us to not need to, but because we're recording in just like a kitchen living
Yeah.
room, the acoustics are so bad that if you're off it, then everyone's mic picks up everything. And it takes
Yeah.
me, instead of 3 hours to edit, it takes like 6 hours to edit. So here we go. We're going to make one single attack against the target. And then it's going to get an additional die of damage for each leaf beyond the first.
Great.
Roll on, roll on, roll on, roll on.
All right, here
Roll
we
on.
go. Ooh, here we go. Okay, so that's going to be a 34 to hit.
God damn.
Okay, liberating step.
That's a crit.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah,
By
it's a crit.
1.
You won?
By 1.
Oh, I think you said you won. I was like, I mean,
By
now you're
1.
doing the
I
Trent
didn't
stuff.
win. No, I didn't win.
All right. On a success, it will deal damage from 1 leaf strike plus an additional 1d8 for each leaf beyond the first.
Oof.
All right.
Times
so,
2.
yeah, times 2. So let me go ahead and grab a lot of d8s.
This is all technically one simultaneous action. Does that make sense?
correct. Yes. This
Okay.
is all a single attack.
Okay.
And I actually don't have enough d8s because I didn't bring all my extra dice over.
Oh, you need more things to kill him with?
Yeah, can someone loan me a d8?
No.
I got you.
Oh,
I'll aid in my own death.
Damn.
I hope it's a shitty
They really
D8
just
that only
gave
rolls
him the
The
one.
worst one.
Gave him a D8 to kill himself with.
Yep.
That's how you know Jared's a real one.
It's
Yeah.
honorable.
We all love suffering here.
Yeah.
Okay. This is odd, and I have to do a... Fuck it, we have something for this.
Sherman's the best.
Mhm.
The best.
3. Okay, so it's going to be 46 points of damage.
Reduced by 8.
Okay.
Ooh, which is still like
30,
100.
38.
And you may step if you would
Yes.
like to.
Oh, I'm stepping in.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Can you turn your rage on? Your glassy-eyed rage?
It's already on.
Yes.
And when I roll initiative, it's automatic.
Nice.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
he's now within 10 feet of the horrible, gross creature.
Yeah, and with that whole fucking reach stance, that just means that Jared is now in play.
Yep.
All right, that's the creature's whole turn, though.
Wait,
Do
I have a reaction at the beginning of combat?
I have determined that because we've always house ruled it. Well, my house rule has been that if you are not surprised,
Yeah.
then
You can react.
yes.
Gotcha.
And this creature, no, you're right, because this creature did roll stealth for initiative and acted ahead of
So
you.
I did not. So add
Okay.
8 more, and you
Take
have to
that
go
step
back.
back. But you know what, Trent? I appreciate that kind of honesty. Take a Denver patch.
Thank you.
Denver.
Thanks, Denver.
Speaking of patches, if you back the Alien RPG 2nd Edition in the first 2 days, you get a crew patch.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
I will be donating that to the game, and we may finish it one day.
Love it.
Or, like, as you joked, maybe this adventure will let you finish Alien.
Yeah.
This is the chance.
Yeah, a lot of the patches that I have, a combination are like different ones from either military fans who are listeners who sent them in, my dad's old patches, but a ton of the patches I have are from indie RPGs that do patches with Kickstarter campaigns. Because I love a patch. All right, that makes it Nikolai's turn. As this thing surges forward, just
Nikolai's like a
Shoe
cool
dog.
30, 40 feet away.
yeah, give or take.
Nikolai will move up one action next
Okay.
to
Head west.
Toward the creature.
head west towards the creature, next to Laku. That's you, right?
Oh yeah, kind of come in.
Mhm.
So
That
you're
is
still
me.
behind the front line of Arthur and
Yeah.
Red.
Yeah.
yeah. And then I'm going to cast Bless.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
Nice.
Emanate
Dope.
some of that 15-foot.
What does Bless
Oh,
do
yeah.
again?
Give me a second. Bless. You and your allies gain a +1 status bonus to attack rolls within the emanation. Once per round on subsequent turns, I can sustain the spell to increase the radius by 10 feet.
2 attack rolls.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now, Jason,
Yeah.
quick note. I don't want to GM backseat drive your character, but just kind of trying to interpret intent. Knowing that at least Arthur is going to have to move up to be in range of the creature, do you want to get a little closer so your 15 feet would include Arthur up next to the plant?
Arthur
How
can,
far can the plant
Arthur
reach?
can wait.
You've seen it attack 15 feet. You
That
don't
is
know if it
true.
can go
You've
farther.
seen
That
it
is
Then I'll
slap
step
red.
up behind Junior here and get everybody.
Yeah. Because basically, if you think about warring 15 feet, if you are within 15 feet of someone who's within 5 feet of the creature, you'd be right outside of
Okay.
15 feet.
In
Alright.
fact, you would have to move up another.
Yeah, you'd want to be
10
just to
feet
the north
to
of
get there, yeah.
Jonas,
Okay.
and that would get
Yeah, so this gets everybody.
cool. So you move him up to the north of
Yep.
Jonas, and then Nikolai will be up there blessing you with
Yeah.
the
No, I should
reins
be
of
able to
Erastil.
Well, but if I
once
move up
once
to the
Arthur
creature,
in red moves is what he's talking about.
And then I gets 10 feet bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
when
that'll,
you can
it won't
sustain
get
it.
fed, it won't get until your next turn. So Arthur will have this turn of being outside of
Okay,
Bless.
I see.
So if you move to the north of Jonas. Well, I said, my goal here isn't to backseat drive, but to
No,
be like,
just tell me what to do, man.
Wow.
Just me and Lauren, just getting told what
Yeah,
to do.
yeah.
Wow. Wow. Oh, okay.
He just wants to set your character up to die.
Jason has added himself to your oppressed group.
He really
That's
did.
right.
yeah. James is like, "Hey, can you get your person a little bit closer to the creature?
well, for what I'll say, if you are assuming that the reach of the creature is 15 feet, you are currently outside of its
Yeah.
That's
reach.
what I was
Yeah.
staying
Yeah.
away
Yeah.
from is
I
it's
think-
getting
Sure.
critted and
I
died.
think James
But
just
can
doesn't
you
want to
look
fix
up
your
the
mini.
rules for massive damage before James next turn,
Yeah.
just in case?
Look, so like if I'm running an OSR game, I let the chips fall where they land. In
Yeah.
Pathfinder, especially in a game like a podcast where we're moving really quickly, if I hear what I assume is intent
sure.
of like, oh, I want to keep my front line in, I'm going to let you know like, hey, by the way,
That does make sense. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to line up there.
Yeah.
Just give you basically a heads up on an adjudication. All right, Arthur. Speaking of which, it's your turn.
I mean, I can't add simple math. You think I can do fucking trig and geometry?
Was that your whole turn?
Yep.
Yeah, movement,
okay.
two action cast.
Two action
So
casts.
Arthur's gonna.
Oh, wait. We said I was going to go for before Arthur.
Oh, my
sorry.
bad.
Oh, that's right.
Thank you very
yeah,
much.
sorry. Just because in case I hit this thing, then I could help Arthur.
Yeah.
I guess Red, how bad do you look? Like, are you,
I mean, I could use healing, but
So ugly.
I'm okay. If you want to do something else, that's okay.
I know, but you're like close right now
Yeah,
and
that's true.
healable.
and you
so-
know cows.
And I know cows.
That's true.
So I'm gonna move up and do battle medicine on you.
Nice.
Sweet.
Or wait, I can do. Hold on. What's it
Doctor's
called?
visitation.
Yeah,
Doctor's
doctor's
visit, single action.
visitation. I don't need all these extra actions, but just for fun.
Because there's a rule for that.
There's a rule for that.
It's one of my favorite drops.
So good.
Yeah. All right.
And as if we ever did record a DCC game, we'd never touch that button.
Yeah.
I lost my rules.
There's no
for my...
rule for that.
There's intentionally room for creativity for that.
I thought I had my DCs
Jared's
written
knowledge
down.
of cows
It's
like
a DC.
really helped.
You can choose between
when
DC
we played
15 or
DCC
DC
last
20.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm going to
yeah.
do the DC
Just my remembering of the cow.
20 check.
I used to be a cow.
I'm going to use a patch for that natural
Yes.
one.
Ooh, thanks.
Yikes.
Just helping to kill Jared.
All right, that's better. It's a 9, 14 is 23.
Hell
Perfect.
yeah.
Nice.
I was
Okay.
like 9 and 14 are both fails.
No, those are the math steps.
Trying to do math out loud and then, hope that it worked.
Yeah.
It
So
worked.
let's
It's
see.
only in actual play podcasts that you get into performance math. Well, I'm sure actually only. It is in one of the few ways you'll ever do performance math.
And that's only one action, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
only
That's so
one
cool.
action.
That's so dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
Doctor Visitation is super cool. I really like how 2E has created room for there to be healers that aren't clerics as a part of party.
Right.
It also just lets you sometimes I even outside of the free archetype games I run, because I used to run a game that wasn't free archetype, and it just meant that if someone hit a level with their character in which they're like, I don't know, this isn't super speaking to me. I've had a couple times people be like, you know what? Let me go off heal. I'm gonna take some medic stuff, and then it also is nice because I think we've all played. Well, for people who played older RPGs when you're the cleric, and you're like, cool, I spend my turn healing and
Yeah.
pass.
I get
Yeah.
to play I get to be an archer too, and do shit
Yeah.
like that.
Now we are going to allow the woman to talk, so she
Wow.
can tell us what else she knows.
No, it was great because I could do
All
all
right,
that
that's
math and nobody.
No pressure.
Wow, this is good segue down a dark path.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, 26 points of healing.
Dope.
Nice.
That's
Damn.
awesome.
God
Thank you.
damn.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's like 2d8 plus 20
How'd
if you're a
you get-
medic, right?
So it was
Yeah.
it's
How
2d8
much did you
plus 10 because I did the higher DC,
Oh, nice. Yeah,
and
so
then
48.
plus 6 because it's my level and I have forensic
Oh, yeah.
medicine.
That's
So-
awesome.
Hell yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's because
And
the
you're only-
investigator medic is like even better. Yeah.
And you're only immune for an hour, not a day,
Sweet.
for battle
God,
medicine.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
The
that
best
was one
vet,
action.
That was
the
yeah,
best
actually.
vet in the Stolen Lands.
Yep.
Then she's gonna try to, what's the word?
Device.
Yeah, devise a stratagem.
Which will be an action, right? Because this wasn't one of your leads, I think.
No, it was not one of my leads. So
All right.
yes, it will be an
So
action.
now you get to spend an action doing something.
Yeah.
Hooray!
So you're going to roll your d20. Do you want me to go ahead and roll your
The knowledge
recall
check.
knowledge check on this, John?
Yeah.
All right. It's a plant. So,
It's probably planes.
yeah, probably knowledge planes.
Knowledge planes.
Because it grew on a plane out
Yep.
here.
Man,
In
my,
the plains.
my rolls are bad.
Yeah, that's going to be nature. Do you have a nature bonus, Lauren?
I do. It's 11.
Okay. What are you potentially interested in knowing about this?
Maybe like special attacks.
All right. You don't learn anything.
Wow.
Well,
Boo.
Look, I had that whole drop made for Jane basically in the first one. I'm just
Yeah,
glad
yeah.
I get to use it again. Secret checks don't come up quite as often in just in a generic dungeon crawl.
That's true.
All right, what'd you get in your d20, Lauren?
I rolled a 7, so it was bad.
Okay. So, but now because it wasn't your lead, you only have one action left.
I know, and I gotta.
Shoot her!
I mean, but
I mean, it's gonna miss though.
Yeah, it's a 7.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I wish I had other fun. I need fun little one action
You
spells
can
or some
aid.
shit.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, let's do an aid with Arthur.
perfect.
And
What skill do you want to aid with?
Could I aid with like sort of like a perception to try to see like weak points on the creature or just openings that he
Yeah,
could
sure.
take advantage of?
Kick Wolfman and the Nars or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
Wolfman
it.
doesn't have nards.
Yep. I
Sick reference, bros.
I hope this thing is weak to fire because it's a
I
I'm
plant.
mean,
hoping too.
there's no way
That's
to
what
know.
I was thinking.
I also
There's
think that.
no way. I'm like asking Laku, and Laku's like, man, A mystery,
this one.
actually.
I don't know.
Not
I
this
don't know. Plants are full of water, so
That is true.
It just, I know we've talked about it on air before, but have you all seen the Nate Bargatze SNL sketch of like the reason we fight for this nation? It's
Yeah.
for units and measure, for
Mhm.
weights and measurements. And then there's a couple times in which they're like, amazing. And now, then on the rulers, you'll see where inches and centimeters line up. He's like, they never will.
They never will.
And they're like, well, or
We've gotten so far away from the promises that he made in that skit.
oh, yeah.
What were you aiding with?
perception.
Oh, cool.
Anyway,
Okay.
all that to say, it had that vibe of like, maybe it'll be weak to fire. There's no way to know.
Yeah.
No way to know.
Can't be known. All right.
Yeah,
It makes it Arthur's turn now.
Arthur's gonna step up toward this bitch.
Whoa. Language.
Yeah.
It was a bitch move. Its first action to almost kill our Minotaur.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Trent,
I think it
you've
just puts me right there.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you've strode up next to this huge, giant fly trap.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna try and trip it.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Do it.
And so
So you have a free hand.
can I take the aid on that?
Lauren said aid an attack, not a strike. So
Okay.
no.
That's fine.
Oh, sorry.
This
That's fine.
is athletics, correct?
You tell me. This is your ability.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yes, it is
Just lie.
athletics.
Yes!
Natural 20.
Bam, 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 bam.
Go.
Yeah.
Take
Okay.
that fall damage.
Now a couple of things are going to happen.
Oh.
It's
It is not
to
immune
trip?
to trip. No.
No.
However, it does have a reaction.
okay.
It's gonna
Whenever
coil
a
up your
creature
leg.
hits or touches the fly trap,
Sure.
which you definitely did to
Yeah,
trip it,
absolutely.
it is going to get to make a leaf strike against the triggering creature. And if
Bring
it
it on.
hits,
Interrupts.
the creature is grabbed immediately.
You're going to get
Okay.
swallowed whole.
However,
Oh.
I'm gonna
this
do
would have
nothing
been
about it.
pre-master, so I will still have to make a check. It just has to take action economy.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Leaf attack. 25 to hit.
That is right on.
So that is
Yeah.
a hit. That was a bad roll. So
That's
it's gonna be a
not
hit.
good.
Did
but
you
it's
have
not
to
a
say
crit.
that at the end?
Yeah, right? That doesn't
Should've
make
been
me
worse.
feel
Really?
better.
Really mean.
Does this interrupt me?
No, it does not.
Okay.
For one, only crits interrupt, and then crits only interrupt casting. I believe. I don't even believe it. I think it interrupts. What's the somatic components have? What tag? Manipulate.
Yeah.
Make it interrupt
Ah,
manipulate
okay.
actions.
Okay.
It wouldn't interrupt that. But I'm just gonna get to chip some damage in for fun.
Yeah. Sure. Why not?
Ooh, god damn it. Fuck. 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh, it was improved grab. I could have tried to oh no, maybe not. Anyway, let's now go ahead and grab you, Trent.
Okay.
This is against your fortitude DC.
Reach out and grab Trent.
Which is just fort save plus 10, right?
Yeah, I rolled not great. 23 to grab.
Yep. You grabbed me.
All right, so you're grabbed as you trip it successfully, and because you crit on the trip, it will take a d6
Right.
damage. And you are now grabbed.
Yeah. I need to put this on my conditions real quick.
Grabbed shouldn't have a major effect on your stuff. You're off guard to it. You are off guard while grabbed, and I think there's some movement restrictions maybe, but that's it.
You have to
don't
make
take,
a DC 5 flat check if you do a manipulate action.
cool. Yeah, which you probably won't unless you're going to cast some spells. You might.
Yeah.
Although your lay on hands may not have manipulate as a part of it. I can't remember.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
I know we've looked it up, but I can't remember the answer.
So that was technically an attack, right?
It was a strike.
Strike.
Yes, it was a strike. It was an attack, not a strike.
Mhm.
Correct.
Okay. I'm now
Jason's
standing
having
on
fun.
top of the mini. So that's two actions. I'm
Mhm.
going to attack it. Because
All right, so
why
you're
not?
at map.
Yeah.
However, it is prone. Did you roll your d6 for damage on tripping it?
Oh, I didn't.
Because you do get that.
1.
Cool. It's taken one. Now, Lauren, you get to roll your aid.
Hooray.
So
Hell
roll
yeah.
perception. Because that's not the perfect option, I'm increasing the DC a little bit. It's going to be DC. We're going to go hard. It's going to be a DC 17.
I rolled
perception.
a 29.
That's a crit.
Boom.
Hell yeah.
And what is your training in perception?
Expert.
Okay. Which, thank you, Rice, for getting us correct on that. So you'll get a +2 on this, Trent.
Hooray.
Do you have to have a free hand to grab or to trip?
Yes.
So I had
unless your weapon has the trip trait.
Mm-hmm.
which I don't think of.
It,
No, it
No.
it does not.
So you're
It's actually
one-handed
flail.
right
So
now.
it's one-handed.
And you'll see you have a +2. So
Very important.
you're at a -5 for second attack, but a +2 from Lauren for the assist.
And a plus
One.
one, so a plus 3.
Yes. Yeah, +3.
So -2, really.
Yeah.
But
But if you have it calculated, anyway, you're getting you're getting +3 more than you normally would.
nice.
Which is pretty cool. Ugh,
That is 19.
that's not great.
Not great.
Man, he's just really talking all this trash to Trent.
Yeah.
You're up next. Actually, you are up next. That is a miss.
Yeah, I would hope so.
All right, Jonas, it's your turn. Arthur's
Jonas
been-
is going to reach down to the ground and like strain and pull something out. You'll see a jagged rock spring forth. A single action elemental toss. So this is going to
Hey.
be +1 to bless, and it's off guard, right?
Yes. Oh,
That is going
That's
to
good.
be a good roll. That's going to
Okay.
be a 27?
that's a
20,
hit.
28.
That's definitely a hit.
Nice.
So 28 with the elemental toss, and I'm going to activate my blood magic. This will add an extra 3 damage.
Damn, look
on
at
my
Ryan over there.
attacks.
Hell
all
So
this
that's
yeah.
going to be
rules in.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's going to be 14 points of damage. And then can I get a reflex save, please?
Oh, you
Ooh.
Let's
can.
go.
If I
Oh.
chuck the rock, raise my staff, and pull the thunder down from the sky.
Hell yeah.
Not a great roll on my part. 19?
19 is a failure.
Yeah.
Don't you love to
Let's
hear that?
go.
I do. So let me open up this other spell. So this is going to be a rank 3
Uh-huh.
Thunder Strike.
Thunderstrike!
So, and you said that was a 19?
Yep.
Where's my D12s here? Here's another one. Can I get one from you?
I'm
Thank you,
glad.
sir.
I understand why copyright law exists, but it would be really fun if we could just play little clips of songs
Yeah.
Mhm.
easily
Mhm.
without having to worry about playing them too long and getting,
Well,
you know.
you can email them right now and ask if you can.
Yeah, you think they'd be cool?
Maybe.
Yeah. Be like, hi, we're a group of nerds in Colorado.
Yeah. You ever played D&D?
25 damage.
Jesus fuck.
Let's go.
good.
Okay. Jonas is really kind of putting the fucking reps in.
Yeah.
I haste no one.
Jonas has been working out on his lunch break.
Heck yeah.
That makes it Red's turn, who will only have 2 actions this turn because of critical initiative.
Poor fella.
That's terrible.
Well, he'll just step up and strike then.
Cool. The classic step and
Let's
strike.
go.
Let's fucking go.
Just walks up like 10 feet.
He's already raging. He's been healed. And he's seeing red.
32.
Jesus, that's a hit.
He's seeing himself.
Let's go.
Prone is helpful.
Yes.
Good shit.
Yeah,
Less
and-
is cool too. You're not always in a position to
Very
use
true.
less, so
Yeah.
it's cool to have it work.
27 damage.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Let's
That's a
go.
pretty good roll. Pretty good roll.
God damn.
Yeah, we're chunking this guy.
Trent, how does it feel to no longer be both the tank and the melee
Oh, it's
DPS carry?
Amazing.
It's not going to last long, but
Yeah,
Hmm.
true.
lucky he'll be back.
It's a fun bit though. All right, so that makes it this creature's turn. I think, how smart is it? It's not. But it's going to be responsive. All right, 50-50.
Does it even have a brain?
It's got something. It's got a peripheral nervous system.
Okay.
So here's what's going to happen. It is going to, while prone, it is going to use, you guessed it, folks, swallow whole.
Yeah.
I'm here for it, honestly.
I thought it was going to start breaking, dancing.
Oh,
Does that trigger
That'd be
an
cool.
attack of opportunity?
Right?
no, the only tags
Damn
with it
it.
are attack. It is going to swallow you first, then stand up. I rolled to
I
determine.
like it.
Gonna try.
That's right. I'll use my reaction to attack.
The
Yeah.
monster attempts to
When it
swallow
stands
a
up.
creature of the listed size or smaller. So it can swallow anything size large or smaller.
Wow.
That it has grabbed
Still
or
gets swallowed.
restrained in its jaws or mouth. If a swallowed creature is of the maximum size listed, yada yada yada. So the monster will attempt an athletics check opposed by the target's reflex DC.
Uh-oh.
Watching it swallow red would be like watching like a
Yeah.
snake swallow a deer.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
right.
I can almost guarantee that you're gonna hit it.
32.
Yeah. Critical?
Sure.
It's
Swallow?
critically swallow.
Critically swallow.
You can
If it
critically
succeeds.
You digest faster.
Okay, so Trent, you become slowed 1,
Okay.
and you will need to hold your breath or start suffocating.
choose the first one.
yeah.
And then you will
Slowed
take the amount of
one.
damage listed when first swallowed and at the end of each of its turns while it's swallowed.
Right.
It is off guard to attacks from inside it from you, but you must use light, bulk, or less weapons.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Does
Am I
the-
still grabbed?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Trent.
I have a
So
question. I mean, it's still
additionally,
grabbed.
you're suffocating.
Does the flame of his sword existing in this thing's body bother it?
That's a good question.
plants are full of a lot of water
All
right
right.
here. So you can hold your breath. What is it? Is it 4 plus your con
Yeah,
mod?
4 plus your con.
Oh, okay. We're fine.
Yeah.
I've
you'll
been in
have
this
some-
situation before. It's not a big deal, actually.
Yeah.
Just
Depends
pull out
on
your
how much
sword
damage
cane
it
and
does.
start
I'm looking
chopping your way
immediately
out.
through all my special abilities.
Okay, so a couple. Oh man,
I was gonna say there's one that gives you like the ability to not drown because my lizard had it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
don't-
saved your
I
ass.
don't
Yeah.
think I have that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
in a
that's
party
true.
wipe.
Unfortunately.
Contrary to the audience belief, Arthur is not a lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Trent, you're immediately going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and you're going to take 3 points of acid damage.
5 plus your con modifier.
5 plus con mod, even better. Yeah, I forget what it is, but yeah, you can like hold your breath for like 4 times that number
Yeah.
or
Bro,
something.
that's way less damage
5
than
plus
standing out
con
in front of
mod
it.
means I have 7 turns.
Yeah.
However, whenever you attack, that takes an
Oh,
extra
that's
turn
right.
away.
That's right.
Yeah, every
Oh.
time you attack or cast, then it takes away 2 turns.
Well, I think casting's even more because if you have to speak words out loud, you
It
just
says 2 if you attacked or cast at any.
oh, they may have
spells.
simplified that.
I think they did in the
remaster. That's
So it's 2?
cleaner. Yeah.
2.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 1 turn if you do nothing. 2 counts as 2 turns if you do something, basically. All right, that's one action. Action 2 is it's going to stand up.
Reactive strike.
Yeah.
Laku, do you have an ultrasound machine with you? Can try to find out.
I'll look in the medicine
Where
bag.
is that?
I don't know.
All right, go ahead and take that reactive
Jonas
strike.
has lube.
28.
Wow.
No.
Oh,
What?
28.
Yeah, that's going to hit. Is that with the +1 as well from Bless?
Yes.
Yeah, that hits. However, quick, this is going to be great. Because you hit it, it's on its turn. It gets its reaction back, so it will then hit you with its reaction.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
30 damage.
Jesus.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's
I'll
probably
watch
from
him.
Max.
He rolled
Hell
an 11.
yeah.
That's one of my dice, too.
Does that
Mhm.
hurt
But it
Arthur
isn't- yeah.
inside of it?
Mhm.
It doesn't hurt Arthur inside of it. So
Yeah.
it will use its reaction, though, to strike back. And that's going to be a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Not a crit, though, I'm guessing.
Not a crit.
Okay. Man, I'm rolling like kind of
Can
shit
I-
on these.
Can
Good.
I react with liberating step from inside of it?
No, because you don't have line of sight.
But he heard me be
Okay.
like, ow.
I don't think this says that I need to have line of sight.
I'm
though.
looking it up.
Look it up. You'll take 9 points of damage, and then I will attempt to grab you, Red.
All right.
This is against your fortitude DC. 24?
An enemy damages, grabs, or restrains your ally are in your champion's aura.
It's an aura.
All right, I will allow you
Oh,
to
it's an
retributive
aura.
strike.
But
Or, I mean,
can
no.
I react if I'm grabbed?
Yeah, you can react. It doesn't take away your reaction.
All right.
And I
Liberating
did-
step.
mhm.
Just like inside
reduce
his
the damage
guts.
by 8,
It was 9
So
points of
1
damage, so
damage.
you'll take 1 point of damage.
and you can
Nice.
step if you want.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still grabbed, right?
The grab's about to hit.
Oh,
can,
But I'm still within range.
you can attempt
Yeah.
a second save or escape versus the movement impairing effect.
Oh, yes.
Dope.
So it will
Hell
try to
yeah.
grab you. Did it grab you at the
Nice.
24?
exactly grab me.
However, because of liberating step, you can now, as a free action, attempt to get out of the grab.
Yeah.
Just get
Okay.
with
That's
an escape
dope.
check. So
Sweet.
escaping, if I remember correctly, is you can do.
I'll look it up.
There's several skills you can do, including just basically an attack and unarmed strike modifier, which is probably what you're going to do,
Yeah.
or athletics, whichever is higher.
The ally can attempt to break free of effects of grabbing, restraining, immobilizing, or paralyzing them.
I didn't even think about that's going to be huge against creatures that can swallow whole. Liberating step, letting people just get themselves out of that.
Yeah. They either
that's
attempt
cool.
a new save against one such effect that allows a save, or attempt to escape from one effect as a free action.
Typically, an athletics is DC.
Yep.
I have the
Thievery
DC.
DC can also be used.
Yeah, so it's athletics, thievery, or
Escape,
just an unarmed
DC,
attack
yep.
roll. So
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
choice.
yeah.
If
Jared.
they can move, the ally can step as a free action, even if they didn't need to escape.
Or you can attempt acrobatics or athletics
That's what. Okay.
if you choose.
So your choice, Jared.
Okay.
You can do an attack roll, but like no bonuses from runes.
On my turn, right?
No, right now as a part of the step.
sorry.
Yeah, that's why this thing is awesome.
I understand now.
Trent, it's one of those things where like it doesn't come up a ton in Trent's ability, but like against big creatures that can grab.
This is
it's-
Liberator.
Yeah.
If only.
26.
That is going to fail to get you
I
out.
kind of figured I rolled
Oh.
an 8. So.
Damn.
But hey, it costs you no action economy, which is
Right,
cool.
Right.
right.
So that's your first. That was a reactive strike. Okay, it is now the third action of this creature's turn. Jesus.
Yes.
You are grabbed.
So crunchy.
I'm gonna check one thing on swallowing whole multiple creatures. Can't use swallow whole
yeah,
again.
You cannot.
Ooh,
it-
if the
it,
creature
like-
is smaller than the maximum size, the creature can usually swallow more creatures.
Oh,
The GM
okay.
determines
That's
its
true.
maximum. Because you are its maximum, there's not room for both of you.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. If there was one more
Gotcha.
medium, I'd allow it, but not another large. So
Wow.
instead, with one action left,
All those mouths.
Oh my god, this
Yeah.
this rules explanation is so long.
Yeah.
I introduced the word crunchy to describe rules at work, and like it's been a fucking hit.
I think this
Nice.
is where you're going
Everyone
to
loves the
miss.
crunchy
21 to hit. You are
That's-
grabbed.
Exactly.
Oh,
Ah,
Because it's -2, right?
yes.
Yeah.
All right. And now we're going to hit for 11 points of damage.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's much more sustainable, I think.
100%.
All right, Nikolai, it's your turn.
Nikolai will sustain, so the bless will go out.
Now, notice it's worth noting on Bless, you don't have to sustain to keep it going, but sustaining increases the size.
That's what I want it to do.
So
sustain it
now
to
at 20
increase the
feet.
size. And then,
So now you're hitting Arthur inside of it, actually.
Nice. I can feel you, bro.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Yeah, you got that big ass bow.
21.
That darkwood bow or dark steel bow. 21 is a
I
miss.
thought so.
Oof.
Can I do a recall knowledge?
Yeah, 100%. Now this will be a secret check with your
Yeah.
nature bonus.
Nature's 14. Hunting is 9, if that matters.
14 is gonna get you there. This is a giant fly trap, Obvi. What are you interested in knowing?
Is it
It's low
single?
save.
You feel like its mind or lack thereof is probably
Yeah,
going to be
got it.
like its least strong presence.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, that make you got one action. Oh no, sustained it.
That's
You
it.
got on top of it. Laku,
all right.
the
This time I'm
the bird
gonna
investigator.
go ahead and try to take a shot at it. If
Okay.
my devised stratagem will work this time,
We believe in you.
I hope.
We believe. Oh,
Natural 20.
Oh, that's a good
let's
Use
go.
it.
That's a good roll.
that's a really good roll.
That is, in fact, a very, very
And
good
on investigate,
roll.
I'm going to preemptively go ahead and get my critical hit deck out because I think
Yeah,
that's going
get
to
that
come into
deck out.
play here.
Trying to figure out if that has anything special about it.
Oh
wait.
you might get your crit specialization
So
if
there's
investigators get that. If you're using a gun, you get extra dice.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, when Jane
Well-
used to
Deadly,
crit, it was absurd.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
Yeah, I don't-
ever see it the way she had set up a dice roller for her character? She had to have a whole separate one because of all the different versions of like if it was devise versus not devise, if
Oh,
crit
really?
versus not crit, crit
Oh.
devise versus not crit devise.
wow. Well, I don't know if I get anything special for critting other than just the extra damage, but it'll be a 35 to hit.
That's a hit, and because you rolled a natural 20, that's a crit.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll a d4 or a d6 for me so I can help randomly select one of these critical hit cards.
Yeah.
if I
Arthur's
can
going to die inside
get
this
some
a
thing.
element.
4. Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a piercing weapon, I'm guessing.
Yes, it is.
It is going to do
Oh.
normal damage,
Oh.
but the target becomes sickened 3.
Oh, if it has to retch, does it retch out?
Yes.
Trent? That's dope.
So it'll get a -3 to its AC, a -3 on attacks, a -3 to everything.
And a -2 because it's grappling or because it's grabbing.
No.
Oh,
So
okay.
when you grab someone, you don't get a penalty anymore.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, grab is a lot simpler. Like whereas in 1E, grabbing was like Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yeah.
Grabbing in 2E is much more like grabbing someone's shirt a little bit. Like
Okay.
you're not at a disadvantage for it.
That makes sense.
It's like there's less bigger exchanges of like controlling. There's not the whole like fucking sub combat
Yeah,
system.
yeah.
Also, I am vamping while Lauren does investigator math.
While she does that crit math.
Well, not crit math because normal
Oh
damage.
yeah,
Yeah.
regular.
But it does mean that
regular
this thing's
damage.
AC is way fucking lower.
Love
so
it.
between your buff from Bless, its debuff from... This is just something someone pointed out that I think is a really cool interaction of mechanics in Second Edition Pathfinder. Since bonuses of the same type don't stack,
Yeah.
there is a value in applying a circumstance bonus to your allies and a circumstance penalty to your enemy's AC.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Changing that
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the D8s did not deliver, so it's only 15 points of damage.
I mean, that's pretty
solid.
good.
That's
You've been
solid.
It's all
Fine.
right. It's all right. And I get to designate one ally, and the creature is off guard to that ally
Oh, hell
because
yeah.
of shared stratagem. So, who's swallowed? Is it
Arthur.
Arthur?
It
So
won't matter because my attacks against it while I'm inside it are automatically it is off guard to
Yeah.
them.
okay. So
'Cause it's
then
hard to guard.
to red, it is off guard to you.
Sweet.
Oh, hell yeah. So
As
so
we-
now is
as
speaking
we all
of that
know-
delta,
Effectively a -5.
yeah. Or
As we
plus
all know,
five.
having
Plus 5,
eaten
yeah.
Taco Bell, you're off guard to those attacks.
That's true. Completely.
Oh, I'm getting hungry. Okay, so Laku, that was devise, attack. You got an action left. Sorry. Reload.
Oh yeah. Reload. There we go.
I got
There we
you.
go.
That's good,
There
that's
we
good.
go.
All right,
Done.
Arthur. It is your
Phew.
turn. You'll have 2 actions.
Okay.
You
I
can
would
only
like-
attack with light or negligible bulk weapons.
I would like to attempt an escape action.
Oh, okay. So that's going to be that escape does have strike, I believe. So that
It
will
does.
take up 2 turns of your oxygen.
And I get to do an athletics
You can pick athletics, acrobatics,
or unarmed attack.
unarmed attack,
Um,
or thievery.
my athletics and my unarmed attack are the same. So
That's probably, yeah. That's what I found is that like they offer a lot of options, and for most characters, they'll have like a couple things that are similarly tied for the highest. But the one
Yeah.
nice thing is, it takes out that thing from 1E of you being like, "Cool, my wizard got grabbed. I'm fucked. Like I have no skills that would even. I didn't put points
use
into
a
escape
patch?
artist,
Yeah.
which was that dumb skill that was never useful until the one time it was.
that was a 4 on the die.
Yeah, it's not very high.
Not loving that. Oh, that's
Yes.
so much better.
Okay, talk to me. Talk to me, Goose.
33.
So now, okay, that would have been a success even without it being sickened, but with being sickened, that's definitely a success.
Nice.
So you just watch Arthur hand over fist crawl his way out of the mouth of like the belly mouth of this fly trap.
I had to read all this stuff and escape.
Yeah,
Was that a crit success?
it was not a crit success.
I get free and remove the grabbed conditions, et cetera,
Yep.
et cetera.
What would have happened if it was a crit success?
You can move 5 feet
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
as part of the escape action.
Oh, I also realized something. We were joking about why does it say that its leaves are attacking? Because it's a fly trap, so it's the mouth leaves. Those are the things that are attacking.
I didn't realize those were leaves.
I'm not sure that they
I
are,
don't know
but
what I'd call them.
mouths.
I'm not slowed anymore, right?
Because of the way we play our house rules correct. Normally, it's the condition is like you check. you
Lasts
get the
for a
number.
turn.
Well, no, technically the way it happens is like if you think about it super mechanically, at the beginning of your turn, it checks your conditions, and then based on those, will give you like assign that number of actions. So if you had slowed at the beginning of your turn, you only got assigned 2 actions this turn.
Mm-hmm.
We've always house ruled it that it's immediate, which is
Like,
good and bad.
I'm free.
yeah,
I'm
so,
free.
So you have 2 actions now.
Can I choose where I exit
yes.
from?
Yes, but you must be adjacent to it.
I would like to be exactly flanking it on the other
Perfect.
side of it.
All right. So you crawl your way out of the mouth. Your
That's-
armor is still pristine. That's
That's
stupid.
one action.
Yeah.
I want to spend an action putting my second hand on the sword,
Hell yeah.
and I'm gonna swing away. And this is map, right?
This will be at second, correct? Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
Look at us being so hip and with our slang.
That is
Yeah.
a 17.
Oh.
17. Okay, yeah, even with all that. Wait. 17. It's flanked and it's sickened. Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Hey, you get closer, but you don't hit.
It was a bad roll.
All right,
The
Jay.
mechanics
Yeah.
of how a fly trap eats things is fucking terrifying.
It just dissolves it, right?
It like
Like in an acid.
little sensory hairs trigger it to close, and then it like basically closes so well that it becomes like a stomach
Ooh.
Yeah.
and starts secreting enzymes that dissolves
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Just,
just-
it dissolves you.
It's essentially like it creates an acid that just dissolves it away.
Gross.
That's super cool.
Sick.
Sometimes they open back up and then you can see like legs
Yeah.
of flies.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jonas, it's your turn.
Jonas!
His name is Jonas.
Can we move on?
Dun.
I'm in the
All
blast.
you
I'm
see
gonna
is legs of Arthur.
elemental toss one more time for funsies.
Pristine armor.
Was it really
What's so
close
good
to a high
about it?
number?
It like laid on
Yeah.
the 20
Oof.
and sat there for several
to the two,
seconds
didn't
and then
it?
dropped to the 8.
Oh,
It made me
I
really
want-
sad.
I want a critical spell hit
21?
so bad. That is a miss.
Reflex save.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that's a better roll this time. That's gonna be 24.
24.
It's not a crit success, I'm sure.
No, it's a success though. So here's a rank 2 Thunderstrike.
I can't keep doing that. I'm gonna keep doing that. Thunderstrike. Do you did you check out the new Paizo book, the like academies?
Not
It's a
yet.
really
Not yet.
cool religious. Oh, you want it? Well,
Okay.
get your way. Get the PDF. There's a new variant on the Magus in it that uses improvised weapons.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
So you're just like picking up shit around the room and
Be dope.
throwing it and doing it
Love
with
it.
magic.
It's like
I love
the
it.
Gambit.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
fuck!
Yeah.
It's Gambit. God
It is
damn it!
fucking
Yeah,
Gambit.
it's Gambit.
That's cool though. I like that.
Damn.
Or Channing Tatum, as we will refer to the Gambit. Yeah.
Same.
15 points of damage,
Same guy.
9 electric, and 6 sonic.
15 total.
15,
yeah, that all
so
comes
7.
through. 15. I can do math. I
Mhm.
can't.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. That makes it Red's turn. Red / lucky question mark.
I just,
Wait, is
you
this
know,
Lucky in a Minotaur suit?
Holy shit.
Dude,
This is the lycanthropy.
I would. Oh, man.
That would be fucking
You
sick.
turn into a bull.
The,
bit by a Minotaur?
Mucanthropy.
the really crazy part is that it also involves time travel.
It's,
Yeah.
it's because the moon came out.
God damn
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Catch me, please.
Oh, my goodness.
God damn it.
Does a 29 hit?
Yeah, it fucking does. Especially with being so sick and off
Any
guard.
chance of it being a crit?
No.
Is sickened automatically off guard?
No.
Okay.
And they stack.
Wait, am I supposed to add the +2 for flanking?
No.
No,
it gets a
he-
-2.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
its AC is lowered by 5.
Bless.
Yeah.
Bless.
Plus
I
one.
did add the 1 for
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, I'll just let you because this fight's in.
Not as good.
If it's off guard and sickened, right now its AC is down to 22.
17 damage.
That's
Hell yeah.
pretty good.
Was it sickened? No, see, I missed by
It's
1.
sickened
It made me
3.
sad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn, sickened
So
3?
sad.
Yeah, that's why like Lauren only did normal damage, but sickening at 3 just means the
Yeah.
whole team's gonna pummel it. It also made
Yeah.
it easier to escape. All of its DCs are lower.
It's
Um,
nice.
She saved my life.
24 to hit.
24 is a hit, courtesy of sickened and off guard.
15 damage.
Oh
Nice.
shit!
I want to imagine the arrow I like shot through its throat and you from the inside grabbed it and then
Grabbed the
pulled
arrow?
yourself
Yeah,
up
that's
out of
wow.
its throat.
That's great. I
That's
love
so
that.
I saw it
badass.
pierce, and I'm just like,
All right, it's,
And it was
And
like,
I'll
Yeah.
use my last action to aid Arthur's next attack.
okay. What do you
Oh,
want to
hell
aid
yeah.
with?
An attack.
Cool. All right.
do you have to be within a certain range to aid?
Whatever is narratively appropriate to the aid you describe.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if there
the-
was a
the
rule about
rules
that.
Are very much GM like education.
Cool.
All right, it is now the creature's turn. I think it's got to try again. It's gonna try to focused attack.
Attack of opportunity.
He doesn't want to retch.
I get to use it again
Why do you get to use a attack of opportunity?
because it's attacking, right?
That doesn't provoke.
Son of a bitch.
Also, it's called a reactive strike now.
oh, wow.
That is true.
Give your patch back.
Technically,
But
But your feat is called attack of
Yeah.
opportunity.
Right.
I know. But
It's like every episode we talk about this.
You named your feet?
yeah. One is attack of opportunity, and the other is Larry.
all right. So here we go. We're gonna go for focused assault on red again.
Plants just hate this animal. It's so mean.
I know.
God
I mean,
damn
he
it.
does
Supposed to be
probably
allies.
graze a lot, you know.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's
So
true. He's
because of sickened, this is pretty bad. 23.
exactly it.
Yes.
do you just
I'm
like chew
fine.
cud the whole time you're walking around?
Probably.
You're outside of my aura
I've been eating
because
this
this
for 8
creature
days.
is so big.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do.
Ugh.
So
Red's got some HP.
Do you think it's weird when we're eating steak?
We haven't done that in front of Red, right?
Yeah, we only eat fish on a
Only
steak.
if it's
Red. No
Minotaur
worries.
steak.
Yeah.
okay, folks. So here's what it's gonna do. It's gonna come out to 15, and then that's 22, and then that's 24, 26 points of damage.
All right.
And then it has one action left. Oh, it will get a free grab off of that, reading the rules correctly. All right, how do we feel
Can
about
I attack of opportunity that?
grab? Does not have manipulate, I don't believe.
Okay.
You can check if grab has manipulate, then yes, but otherwise no. And then that's going to be the attempt of a free grab. There is going to come out to 33. Does that grab you?
That does grab.
So then here we go. Final action.
Swallow hole.
Swallow hole.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
it's classic.
Wait,
Is
whoa,
that a
whoa, whoa,
manipulate
whoa.
action?
Hold on. I thought when it's sickened, I was reading the rules.
Fuck.
It can.
Right.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
cannot
yeah.
swallow
Can't
anything.
Put your hand
swallow.
out. Put your hand out.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is awesome.
Get your shit down. Put your hand down. Yeah, which is a red flag patch of putting your hand out. Yeah.
All right. So I think it's mindless, and I fucked that up. So I think it attempts to swallow whole
Sure.
and cannot. That is
And,
its
like,
final
it,
action.
Love it.
latches onto you and then bleh, like just puts it right back out.
All right.
You got a bunch of shit on you now.
That's
It's
amazing.
gag reflex. It's just keeping it from.
Nikolai, it's your turn.
Nikolai is going to cast a spell.
Attack of opportunity.
Please, sir.
By the way, this thing is at one. This thing is at one hit. Visually, it looks like it's one hit.
Don't care.
Okay.
I like it.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
look,
I want this fucking spell to hit.
Okay.
I've been trying for so long.
Okay.
Roll a will save.
Wilson. Oh gosh.
Ooh,
Do it.
Oh yeah.
It's the worst save.
And it's minus
Yeah,
3.
but James is always rolling high on these low will saves.
Now, as a heads up, because you asked about this, I'm going to convey it before you. It does look like it's mindless.
Mm.
Does it tagged mental?
Okay, yeah, it does.
You would have picked that up when you were
Okay.
evaluating its will score.
Well,
I'll
never
let
fucking
you know
mind.
that.
That's
Go ahead and
fair.
ruin it for me. I
There's
guess
so
instead,
many rules in
I
this
will
game.
do.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck, I'm
Triple
never
shot.
gonna hit with warriors regret.
So many rules.
I'm gonna walk over to my Minotaur
Deathbed?
friend.
Okay. Walking up to the Minotaur. Oh, going the long way around. Now behind the Minotaur.
Gonna do some medicine.
Dope.
Yeah.
So move medicine, then you'll have one action left. You want to have done
Mhm.
anything with that final one?
Oh, fucking shoot it in the
Or should I
face.
start queuing up Laku's action?
I'll shoot it.
Okay. Yeah, shoot it. Ooh. Jason's
That's
checking.
a good one. It's a 26
Okay.
hit.
Yep.
Because it's sickened, yeah.
Yeah.
All damage.
Mhm.
Oh, checking dice.
6.
Kill it.
Yeah. Let's
Yes.
go.
Tune
know.
in next week to continue this investigation.
Yeah.
Oh, that was crunchy as fuck.
The Live to Die podcast is a production of Live to Die Gaming. Follow us on social media at Live to Die Pod. Want to support us? Check us out at patreon.com/live to die pod. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more.